Right now, it's all about the messy forecast that is on the way beginning tonight, in fact, for southern Ontario and lasting through the weekend. It is definitely a messy forecast, and there's a lot of detail to work out. In fact, our meteorologists behind the scenes here at the Weather Network are continuing to pore over all of the computer models, and there's a variance in terms of what's expected with this winter storm coming in. In fact, there are a couple of rounds, one could even argue 3 rounds of winter weather on the way, and it could even result in an extended freezing period, especially through Saturday and into Sunday, with ice accretion that could be 30 millimeters or more. That's a lot of ice. So we'll, of course, have updates on that. Likely we will be in storm watch, and we'll throw all of our resources at it. Let's take a look, though, at the here and now. We were looking in our briefing this morning at a sounding for the freezing rain. There could even be an extended period of freezing rain in Kitchener-Waterloo beginning tonight and lasting through to tomorrow. This, though, is showing us the snow on the ground for the time being. So keep in mind that if you are traveling to the north and east, you're going to be running into snow as you're traveling. But this is great for recreation. Now, keep in mind, we always try to think of the positive side of things, that this is great for the economy in areas that rely on it for recreation. So up into the Algoma district, obviously lots of snow on the ground, even on the north side of Superior. And having said that, you can still go out and enjoy the conditions. We'll be hovering anywhere between 5 and -5, depending on the track of these low pressure systems coming in. And that's where things get messy, because they're going to be, it's really a series of low pressure systems following the jet stream, following the frontal boundary. The one that comes in on Saturday and through Sunday in particular is going to be of concern, although the one that's even coming in later today and into tomorrow should be of concern, because there could be potentially quite a bit of icing mixing in right in this area from Listowel through Waterloo, even for the GTA. The drive in on Friday morning is likely not to be great. It'll be better toward Hamilton and Niagara in the sense that it'll be falling in the form of rainfall. Friday evening, the mixing line moves a little bit further to the south, and there will be big snow to the north. The great thing about getting snow that has a lot of moisture content is that you can make snowmen like this one that Dave sent in from Oshawa, Ontario. Quite a face on that one. And if you have photos and videos and want to share them with us, be it of this nature or of active weather, you can do so at upload.theweathernetwork.com. Want to get you set up because we are Canada's #1 source for complete and accurate weather. It's what we do best. I want to show you some type maps to give you an idea of what's going on. By the way, Environment Canada has issued widespread special weather statements for Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada with the onset of our next system. So warnings are likely to come. Precipitation type forecast, rain in green, mixing in orange or red, and then snowfall to the north. There could actually be some areas up into the Barrie region, 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. But look at the difference. Hamilton to Toronto to Barrie. Geographically, it's not a big spread, but in terms of types and in terms of conditions and impact, it's going to be huge. And the GTA lies pretty much on the freezing line, if you will, throughout the duration of this system that's coming through. One could argue really that there are 2-3 waves coming through, but for all intents and purposes to you, it's just going to feel like a mess as we head into the weekend. Then it moves into Atlantic Canada. Again, snowfall totals to the north here up toward Bruce Peninsula, Barrie, and Kingston, the Kawarthas, Ottawa, 10 to 15 centimeters of snowfall expected. It'll be rain to the south, but it's certainly that line in the middle, right across the GTA with the mixing pellets, ice accretion, possibly. Chris Scott was mentioning this earlier today on Twitter, 20 to 30 millimeters of accretion. That's huge. We're going to have to watch this very closely. 7-day forecast in Toronto. Temperature-wise, we see the temps dropping off by the beginning of next week, but drying out. It's between now and Sunday that we are expecting to see the worst of the weather. So right now, special weather statements, we're likely to see some watches or some warnings with this, and of course would be the first to let you know. Our meteorologists are watching the forecast models very closely because this is a precarious situation, both Saturday and especially Sunday across the GTA, with possible ice and accretion. We're here with meteorologist Doug Gillum to talk about this impending storm for Ontario and all of Eastern Canada. Doug, I want to start by asking you, how might we describe this? Is it going to be an ice storm, or what kind of descriptor can we give this?
Well, we are going to see an ice storm across southern Ontario, especially Saturday night into Sunday morning. But we certainly don't want to overlook what's going to happen before that. We have a messy day on the way for Friday, so with all the focus on Saturday night and Sunday, we could easily overlook that we're going to have a difficult commute both tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening as well.
So looking at our precipitation type map, now we've marked this as Friday morning.
Right.
GTA, millions of people in this area, obviously. This is what, ice pellets or freezing rain, or is it that slushy snow rain mix?
The latter for tomorrow morning. We're going to see quite a range of conditions across the GTA tomorrow as we, look Hamilton to Niagara. It looks like mostly rain, maybe briefly starting at some snow. On the GTA, we're going to see a mixture of rain and snow. Probably snow in the night, changing over to rain during the morning commute, but all snow across the northern GTA. And then as we go into the evening, the cold air is going to start to push in at the surface, and so whatever has fallen will be freezing. So we see that mix area pushing into Niagara. We're on the rain snow line in the GTA, but we're concerned about the potential for freezing rain. Temperatures will be falling several degrees below zero by early evening.
Okay, so that encompasses the types of precipitation expected. There are several waves of low pressure coming along. For all intents and purposes, for you at home, it's going to just be a mess, frankly. But from our standpoint, we're looking at kind of different waves coming through, right? In terms of the snowfall forecast, when is the worst of the snow going to come?
Well, this is, again, just the first round for Friday. So this will be falling late tonight through the afternoon on Friday and a little bit lingering to Saturday morning. But we're going to have a swath of 10 to 15 centimeters that will include the northern GTA up into southern parts of cottage country. Meanwhile, rain falling to the south, mostly rain in Niagara. And in the GTA, we're going to see both snow, rain, and freezing rain. And that's just part one.
And that's part one. So here it comes.
Right.
And then things really get interesting by Saturday, Sunday, don't
Right.
they?
Saturday is a lull in the storm, and then Sunday is when we're most concerned about a significant ice storm, especially the northern parts of the GTA, significant ice accumulations.
All right. Thank you so much, Doug, for all your insight. Of course, we'll be following the storm very closely as it approaches southern Ontario, and that will begin later on today.